Greetings and welcome to this week's magical message. I hope you all have been having a wonderful week so far. I hope your weekend was really wonderful as well. Hopefully you all got to spend some time with your loved ones and do some pretty fun things. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the overview of this reading. And for the week, we have the Daughter of Sticks. And she talks about having the energy, the motivation, the inspiration, the energy to keep moving forward and really high energy so that you can accomplish whatever goals or goal it is that you're working towards. So this is a really beautiful energy. I feel like at the same time, this energy may make you feel like you want to get up and do something, but there's something about this energy that is saying your movement comes in your willingness to be still and to be silent. So if you have been having some questions about how you're trying to, or what you need to do to move forward, or even just kind of wanting some of the pieces to come together more, whether we're talking about clarity, ideas, because the six talks about the mind, right? Whether it's some form of communication. This could also be on a physical level, on an emotional level as well, but especially around those thoughts, those ideas, bringing them together. How do these things come together? How do I take these ideas, these things that I know, this clarity that I've received, and then how do I move forward with it? So if you're looking for those answers, you'll get them this week, but they will come in your willingness to be silent and be still. Sometimes we think about, when we make things happen, when we're in action, we're thinking we're up doing things, we're moving, we're running around, we're making things happen. But sometimes the most beautiful and the biggest blessings come when we're still, come when nobody is looking, they come when you're least expecting them. So, take this energy and allow yourself not to get wrapped up in, your to-do list. Don't allow those nagging thoughts or emotions to come up and kind of rain on your parade. Allow yourself to get calm and get still and really receive the messages, because there is an open path ahead of you. And what you want to do has the ability to take place. Just allow for these pieces to come together. And there may be some things, too, that are going to be removed. So allow yourself to be still so those things can take place. So with the beginning of the week, we have the Father of Baskets. Now, this is Tuesday, so we're still in this energy. But the Father of Baskets, the first thing that came up was that the Father of Baskets has a certain level of integrity that he needs to move with. This is like the ultimate father card, right? So there's a certain amount of integrity, a certain amount of responsibility that this Father of Baskets has. So you may find during the beginning of the week that maybe you're looking at your responsibilities, or maybe you're feeling weighed down by your responsibilities. Maybe you are looking at the value of what you have. And, maybe with family, maybe with friends, maybe just in your life in general. Maybe you are looking at wanting to elevate your life. You're really wanting to transform these energies. But there's also, again, this integrity piece. So what I'm getting with that integrity piece is that you're going to have to stand on one side or the other, right? So this may not be a thing where, or this is not really the thing where you can kind of sit on the fence. This is something where you really have to make, really have to make a decision about what it is that you're wanting, what kind of things and people and energies you're willing to entertain. But this could also be a relieving of burdens, right? This could be a transformation of those energies. This is a really prosperous card. So on the light side of this, you're starting your week off in a really beautiful way. You're aware of your responsibilities. You're aware of what it takes and what it requires, even if you don't have the full picture yet. But there's a certain awareness and a willingness to stand in that firmly and to take on these new responsibilities and these new things coming into your life, right? You're also trusting that you'll have what you need. Those provisions will be there. Now, on the shadow side, you may be worried. You may be kind of slacking. You may have some relationship things coming up this week. You may also find that maybe you're experiencing things with a man or, a father figure, whether this is blood or not, but someone who holds those energies of like the father, right? You may find that there are things that come up with that this week that cause you to really look at that and maybe shift some things, address some things. But again, this is a transformation kind of energy that we're moving in with this week. So know that everything that's coming up, whether it's on a more positive level or whether we're talking about, more shadow things, know that they're coming up because this is a really beautiful time to transform the energies that are present or to build and grow upon what is already there. Okay. Now, with the middle of the week, we have the Four of Knives and we have the Three of Coins. Now, the Four of Knives in the light talks about really being able to allow yourself to rest, to be in meditation, to be in that listening space where you are allowing for those pieces to come together, allowing yourself to take some time for self-care, making sure that you are relaxing and allowing for the messages that you're meant to get to come to you. You may find that you want to spend some time out in nature or some place that allows you to feel really connected and really grounded. And this is also paired with the Three of Coins, which talks about employment, work, having new opportunities come to you. And this is from previous work, or this is from things that you have been putting in place. So this is a really beautiful way to bring something in because it allows you to recuperate. It allows you to rest. And at the same time, you're manifesting. So you could end up having some financial gains during the middle of the week. You could end up having some promotions, just some financial changes and shifts taking place. Some freedom, some creativity, allowing yourself to be able to, kind of see how this thing is coming together. Yeah. Now, on the shadowed aspect, there could be a lot of worry. It could be a lot of fear that's coming up. It could be a lot of feeling burnt out, right? Because maybe you hadn't taken the time you needed to rest and recuperate. Maybe you haven't been in a space where you were willing to take on these new opportunities, or like with that Father of Baskets, take on those new responsibilities and really stand in integrity with them. Okay. So wonderful opportunities have the ability to come. I'm feeling like, allow them to come in and allow yourself to sit with them. Don't be so quick to try and get up and move and do it all right then and there. Right? Allow yourself to make sure you're reading the fine print of contracts. You're really looking at the value of the things around you, and they're coming towards you so that you can really choose what's going to be best for you. Not based off of previous trauma or what you may be afraid might happen, but really allow yourself to dream and to see how this dream is possible, right? So beautiful middle of the week. And then with the end of the week, we have the Three of Knives. Now, this is an interesting card because obviously looking at it, it looks a little bit daunting, maybe a little, depressing a little bit. But that doesn't have to be the case with this particular energy. Now, I do want to speak on these cards also talk, or they have comparisons to plants. So the Three of Knives is paired with the eucalyptus plant, right? And that is a powerful, powerful plant that allows for clearing and healing and the removal of things that no longer work, that no longer fit, right? So with the middle of the week, we're having these new things come in. We're having them come in, but we're being silent and we're observing them. Now, as we move into the end of the week, you can expect to see and know what's going to be removed, what needs to be removed. And you'll already be in that energy of kind of separating yourself from those things, detaching from those things. Because I'm really feeling like, a lot of you have some bigger goals, some things that you're wanting, even if you don't know what that looks like. But at the same time, it's always ourselves that we have to move beyond, right? The old self, those people that we used to be, the experiences that we had, so that we're open to experiencing something new, and those old things don't come back up and try and dictate, what it is that this looks like, right? So expect to have the ability to be extraordinarily successful in transforming these energies and moving into this new space, stepping into these new shoes and wearing them with a lot of power and a lot of ownership and integrity. Okay. So the other thing is that, you may have an ex, You may have some other person who you're close to or who you were close to that reaches out during the end of the week with an apology. You may have someone who comes and wants to share the woes of, their life. um, or really just kind of share with you how they have transformed being in those more shadowed aspects of their life and transforming them and moving forward. You may also find that during the end of the week, maybe you're making amends with someone, right? So again, with that apology energy that's coming up, there may be a thing where you're making amends. These relationships that were kind of broken, you've got more clarity on, and either you all are able to come together or you're able to just completely let go and release them, understanding what those truths are. Okay. On a more shadowed aspect, this could be really devastating. You could find that there is a lot of heartbreak that you experience towards the end of the week. It could be illness, but maybe more so around heartbreak, right? And realizing these truths. I keep feeling that Father of Baskets coming up again. So the baskets is the heart, it's the emotions. It's those relationships, those things that are close to you. So when we're looking at the Three of Knives here, there are some inner workings, some things that are taking place. And Saturn just went direct as well. So that karma is coming in. So you're really kind of seeing how these things are playing out. And you may hear about, especially towards the end of the week, some people getting that karma, them getting what it is that they have really worked for, right? Whether we're talking about the shadow or the light side. I hope that none of you all are experiencing the shadow aspect of this, but at the same time, a shadow is just a shadow. And once you're willing to shed that light on it, you're able to see it more clearly and you can transform the energy. So even if it does happen to be on the more shadowed aspect, do not feel locked into that energy. There are ways that you can transform it if you're willing to do the work required to reach that goal. Okay. But there could be, there's going to be change anyway. There's going to be transformation that takes place anyway. On the light side, again, it's things that you desire. It's things that are coming from the work that you've put in, from these opportunities that are coming in, from being willing to stand your ground and to stand on what it is and who it is that you are. On the shadowed aspect of this, these changes will be unwanted. They won't be things that feel good. They may be things, like I said, heartbreaking things, relationship type things, or just karma from past, actions, words, thoughts, beliefs that are coming back up at the end of the week with whatever that karma is. So expect there to be some surprises this week as well. And again, allow yourself to just sit quietly. There's going to be a lot coming in, but don't feel like you got to jump on every little opportunity that comes up immediately. Allow yourself to really look at it and see what's going to be the best thing for you. And in you doing this, by the time you move through this Three of Knives energy at the end of the week, you're going to have so much more clarity on what it is that is required of you, what it is that you're going to need to let go of, what you're going to need to be willing to step into. And so these energies are really building you up. Right? And they're building you up in a more disciplined way. It's not easy to sit still and allow things to take place sometimes. We like to be in control. We like to handle our business and know what's going to happen. But during the middle of this week, we're being asked to let that go so that this Three of Knives can come through and allow us to see what we weren't able to see before, right? The shadowy energy with this Three of Knives is really speaking to allow yourself to see what is in the dark, to see what is unknown, whether we're talking about something that's really shadowy, whether it's just something that's unknown. Allow yourself to see what that truth is. Don't move too quickly. Know that in you sitting silently, you're moving faster than you realize. So on the other end of this, I'm sure we'll see it, with the cards for next week. On the other end of this, you're also looking at prosperity. You're looking at things having manifested and come to be. And so I'm sure we'll see that as we pull the cards for next week. But yeah, so that is going to be the reading for this week. I hope that you all really gain something that is going to give you the clarity that you need, the motivation, the inspiration that you need to do what's required of you this week, and to really take these energies and magnify them in the most beautiful ways. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out the reading. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. If you like this reading and you want to catch more, make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to leave a message or you want to email me personally, you can leave a comment. My email is in the description below. If you'd like to book a reading, definitely email me. And we will talk again next week. Thank you all. Bye.